Yeah, so we have the lovely Frances up here. We haven't seen her in a while.
Give me some of that
You saw me last stream.
vagina.
Yeah, we did see you last stream. We really did. So,
Yes.
in seeing you, I forgot to ask you, what was up with Blake Foster wanting to fight JDF? What was that about?
You well, since I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks, I mean, that's one. I don't know really what happened with Blake. I think what Blake thought that Jason was blocking him at a show, I believe Rhode Island, and he said he was gonna beat up Jason. And he's like Sky Jr., I'm still waiting for my ass beat, and I guess, Jason's gone and never got his ass beat. So I don't know.
Okay.
Um I mean, if you have a bad reputation, right? And your reputation is getting drunk, getting high, and so forth, allegedly, right? At shows, so much so that big shows like Lexington and all that are like, yo, this dude, we're not gonna have him. And fans are, complaining that they reek of alcohol, then that I wouldn't, if I was a co-star, I wouldn't want him there either, right? But I'm I don't recall Jason being like, no, I don't want Blake there. I think it was more like, you know, um, the con didn't want him there. But it was easier for them to all blame Jason because Jason was more popular, obviously. Um, and no one wants to ever point a finger at themselves, right? Austin said that, it was Jason's fault that they were fired. Blake blamed Jason for, the cons, and a lot of them did because I think there's a lot of. I think we mentioned in the last stream, being smart obviously wasn't one of the criterias of being a Power Ranger. Not that they're all dumb. There are a lot of smart ones, but um, I guess a lot of them thought that they were at the level of Jason, and we know that's not the truth, right? I mean, Blake is out here saying bring Justin back, and I think Justin was like one of the most hated characters on Power Rangers. Like I don't recall watching Turbo at all. Like I might have seen. I saw the movie and stuff, but who the hell wants to like? It was annoying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like his everything. I was just like, that's so dumb. Fucking
Uh,
little kid gets big. That's so dumb. Like I
well,
remember,
they were
and I was
trying
young.
they were trying to go for the whole Shazam effect, but I don't know if
Um,
it panned out too good for
I,
them.
I mean, it's funny how he's like bring Blake, Justin, whatever, the name, Justin Stewart back. Does he really think that he fits the image of Power Rangers? Tied it all over. Looks like he's on juice, allegedly. Like let's get it together. You're not material for a Power Ranger show. You know, um, and let's just address the elephant in the room. You know, people are afraid of you, Henry, and the reason why they're afraid of you is because whether they want to say, "Oh, TMZ, whatever," or trash YouTuber, um, your things get viewed, and they get viewed by a lot of people, even people high up there.
Let him
And
cook.
I can attest it like firsthand knowledge because people tell me all the time, like, "Hey, you be talking to that Henry guy, like, what's going on? And what do you know? How does he get all this stuff?" And I'm like,
Well,
I don't know.
I be digging, I be doing my research. You know
You
what
dig,
Like
bro.
you
You
dig,
like to
daddy.
dig.
I'm saying? I be digging, and a lot of information come from people who just want to remain anonymous. But like
And sorry, go ahead.
and the Blake Foster Morpher stuff, that just came from like angry people. Like, no, man, he's fucking us over. We haven't gotten our stuff. We ordered metal. He's sending us plastic. He won't give
And,
us
he,
our money back. That's
and
where
that's the thing. You're a fucking scammer. Like, give the fucking money back. Let's be honest. Like, and that's like I'm not rich, right? Far from it. But like, if I mess up, like I'm a pay back, right? If I mess up, I'm gonna pay back. Um, but you're out here acting like it's an image thing for me, right? Jason always used to go dress very well to the shows. It's an image thing. Like, fake it till you make it at least. You know what I mean? Like, don't come and charge $100 and you have an Old Navy t-shirt and flip-flops. Like, fuck out of here. No, I'm not dissing Old Navy. I'm not saying that. I wear Old Navy. I'm just saying, like, you're at a show and you're charging me 100 something bucks to take a fucking picture with you, and you look like the hobo down the street looking like you could chill with Rican. Like, let's get it together. Um, uh like, you need to dress the part, act the part, and scamming your fans is not the right thing. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here. I would never, like, I'm sorry. I love the Power Ranger community, and people could say I'm toxic and you're toxic. I would never pay $105 to take a photo op with Austin St. John. Like, he better be in suit. Motherfucker, you better get a Red Ranger suit or a Gold Ranger suit, and you better be in suit for $105. Get out of here.
I believe
That's
he's
just not
probably
me.
going to be in an Under Armour t-shirt with a
And
cap
that's the
on.
thing, like, respect your fans enough. Someone addressed me in DMs, and it was funny because that person came at me, right, like, oh, why are you involved in drama? Why are you on Henry Resilient's channel and all this stuff? Sorry guys, my voice is still bad. I'm still sick. I can't believe it. But I explained a lot of things. Like, I I saw a lot of things in the back, right? In the behind the scenes. And like, there are things that um I swallowed, for Jason's sake. There's a lot of things that Jason didn't say because he didn't want the drama. And there's a lot of things that I swallow now, just because I know that if I unleash it, it's gonna be hell, right? But there's a lot of things that go on, and it's a shame that because they played someone that we loved on TV, we're gonna put a band-aid over it. You can't put a band-aid over what Austin has done. You know what I mean? You can't. Like, um, cool, you talk shit about him before he died. Jason died. You never would talk to him in his face like that, because let's recall, um, during the movie premiere, you talked y'all both talk shit. Why didn't you, if you want to talk all this shit that he ruined your life and he's a no spine, why didn't you tell him in his face? You didn't. One. After he passed, you put that bullshit, and I will always say it. Bullshit. Oh, man died. Fuck, and made it about yourself. Talking about the passing of your father. Then you talk shit after he died, calling him a jerk. Like, you're nothing. Like, that's so despicable. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I'll be legit. Like, I feel bad for his family for what he's going through, but it will be fuck Austin for life. I don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't. I'm sorry, Henry. And I think that the more I see things and people come up and say things, I think the Power Ranger fandom is kind of tired of all the, like, abuse. Because at this point, a lot of these actors are abusing their fandom, in my opinion. Austin being one of the main ones,
Man, he is.
$105. If you calculate $105 for a pro photo op, a lot of people want to have that pro photo op signed. So that's going to be 100 on top of that, right? Or 80,
180,
right?
I think. Yeah.
So $185, that's a bill. That's a bill for your house. Like, that's a light bill, that's a gas bill, that's whatever bill. Um, you know, a lot of us have bills, it's not a flex to be a hobo and not have a lease and jump, from place to place. Like, a lot of us have bills. And that's kind of like, if you cared about your fandom, you would be considerate. It's not our fault. You have to pay back 225,000. Like, let's get it together. That's not fair. And I feel bad for the people that are still have hope in him. Like, even geek culture, I missed some stuff, but him saying, like, these outlandish stories that At least make a believable lie. Like,
Bro, he lost me when he was like, "Oh yeah, he was on the base and someone got shot in the head
and
and
you know
he
that's
had
crazy.
to."
I've heard that. I've heard that story. That's why I like when as geek culture was saying it, I was like, I remember this story. I remember hearing it. I remember Jason and I were together when we heard it, and Jason and I were like, "What?"
No way. Some
Yes,
army base he was on got attacked. Someone got shot in the head.
and he saved him. I remember this story. I remember the story. Just like
That's
the the man was losing his arm, like or his limb or whatever. I remember all that, like that, and that's why I know it's legit. Like that's why I know it's legit because it's like I have never spoken to geek culture outside of here, and I've heard that story, which is crazy. Um, like at least if you're gonna lie, make a believable lie. I think Axel's 3 and his lies are like more believable than
Influence Film
House.
says, "Sorry guys, I can't go out this weekend. I paid my bills and paid my $100 autograph bill, so I can't make it." Oh my god.
That's crazy. But and you know, you can someone said something in your comment in the video, in one of the videos that Brent was talking shit in, but we'll address Brent later. Um, and he was like, you know, you could love the character and agree that the actor's a piece of shit, right? Um,
100%.
I love the character Jason. I love the character Jason. I just think Austin's a piece of shit.
Okay.
But that's not. I missed the Sky story that Charlie was saying. I came in
She
when he
said
was saying
Jacob
about
reached out to him to
the
try
prodigal son
to come to the convention.
as a guest.
I should have got clarification if it was a guest or not, but I did not.
I mean, why else would he ask?
I
If not, he
I
would just buy a ticket and go.
This is true, but I think it would be as a guest.
So, but as a guest, what? Nobody knows you. Like, what?
to to
I
s-
mean, it's
to sell his JDF merchandise.
oh, as like in a booth.
Yes, I would imagine. Yeah, she over here dealing
But
with Axial.
yeah, but my thing is, sorry, but my thing, he wants donuts at this time, Lord God. My thing is, like, you any convention owner, right? That would allow someone like that. That let's not. I don't mention names. I don't want to dirty my mouth by mentioning names, but like whoever allows that, you're. It's a risk, right? It's a risk. It's a risk because if the autographs are fake and someone's like, "Hey, I got screwed over. This is fake." We don't have plates, baby, here. This is a room. So like, you know what I mean? Like you are out here, um, being a liability. He's a liability, and there's no way. Put it there, baby. Here.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's bad.
it would be a
Bad.
bad look if someone did buy a signature and it turned out not to be real
And let's add the facts
of his criminal
of
record.
exactly. And the same thing's gonna go to for Austin. You know what I mean? Like moving forward, once that his guilty verdict is taken and whatever, I mean whatever sentence they're gonna give him or whatever comes in and he actually becomes a felon, there's gonna be a lot of shows that he's not gonna be wanted in because he's a
Ooh,
liability.
we'll see. We'll see, man.
100%. He will. I will. I can tell you. I will eat my bra. I will come on this show topless if cons invite him. Cons invite him like a good con, like a credible con. I will eat. I will come out
Nah, I
top.
think what'll end up happening is he'll just be a vendor. He'll be a
Yes, he will.
vendor at these
That's the
cons
only way.
selling selfies
I'll
and
know him.
autographs for probably $100 at some point.
Thank you, baby.
I think that's going to be his future, and I'm curious to see how much money of the 225,000 did he raise.
And
Um,
probably a lot, because if you, there's so many people that love Jason, and when I say Jason, not Jason Geiger, Jason Scott Lee or Lee Scott, whatever. Um, they love him and they'll still support him. I mean, look at Brent. Look at Brent. Like his delusion. Like I at first I thought like Brent just does it for attention. right? Because he loves the attention, right?
100%.
But I realized that he honestly is like that. Like he honestly believes that Austin is innocent. He actually believes that. And there's no way, no proof, nothing that will believe. Even if Austin were like, hey, yeah, I did it. He'll probably be like, well, he was forced to say that he did it. Like that's how
I know.
delusional it is.
I know.
And it's almost like sorry guys. I didn't mean to cough. Um, it's almost like he said something in the last, oh, it's convenient that Henry all of a sudden is taking bids to keep me off the show because I went on another stream saying that you're a liar, you spread misinformation, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Brent, I'll leave you with this since you can't answer me until April 21st. At least not on stream. No one gives a shit what you say in another stream. Like you keep saying this whole misinformation that we spread misinformation about Walter and all this, but yet Walter and I are cool. One, two, people are not paying to have me off this channel. People are not paying me or any other you, Henry, or any other channel to keep me off the channel because people don't give a fuck. Like it really is that dumb. And then if we're gonna talk about misinformation, right? Which I don't think you spread misinformation, since he's saying, well, that's just how I feel about Austin, right?
I tripled down. I said, yeah, I do think Walter took some of that money. I was like, no, I think he
I'll
took some of
guarantee
it.
which is fine. It's an opinion and it's your opinion. Just like you have your opinion, Brent. So that's not misinformation. That's not misinformation. And if we want to talk about misinformation, let's call the kettle black, like the pot calling the kettle black. You went on that other guy, the conspiracy theory guy, channel and spread misinformation yourself.
Holy
So
shit.
you are a walking contradiction.
Oh, when he left some stuff out of context.
Yeah.
Okay, I might have left something out of context.
You fucking left things out of context. It was misinformation. Let's get it the fuck together, Brent.
Oh yeah.
That's bad on Brent. And I think Brent is just gonna get worse and worse. He's probably going through withdrawals. He's not. I mean, him. He doesn't have. He can go on other people's channel, but he doesn't get the attention as he does on your channel, Daddy.
Oh yeah,
So,
this is true.
And
that's the truthful statement.
Yeah. Oh, Pop and Stop.
Yes.
Pop and Stop.
Pop and Stop. Austin St. John.
Yes.
Getting sponsored at
Lucky son of a bitch. Lucky son of a bitch got sponsored in the last second because he was not gonna be there if not. And I did see, I know more phenomenal. The guys were talking about. I did see that. I did see multiple agents like sponsor this person and this and that, so they can go on the show. I'm gonna just give my honest opinion about that. Right. I think it's a disservice to the fans. Right. I think it's a disservice, or at least that person that is sponsoring the guest should at least get half their money back, or or at least half the money that person makes, so it could be a win-win. Right?
Ooh, I never even thought of it like that because Austin is gonna make hand over money fist at this convention.
Of course. I mean, I don't know. There's an issue with pricing, right? And the issue is that if you go past a line that is too much, you're risking people, right? So you can get 105. Austin can get $105 from people, but he probably would get more people if he was charging 60, right? But they don't think like that, and that was a lot of the issues with Jason, right? They think that, oh, I'm gonna charge 105, I'm gonna make a lot of money. Meanwhile, you're gonna get 10 people at 105, but you could have gotten 30, 40 at 80. So what's more? 10 at 105 or 30 at 80. You know what I mean? Yes. I'm so sorry.
Now you dropping about the business aspect of it, but he's just gouging fans, and I mean, eventually it'll just be the Brents propping them up until they feel like they're getting taken advantage of or potentially getting priced out.
It will eventually. It will eventually. It will. I wonder. He's lucky if he doesn't go to prison. He's lucky because if he would have gone to prison, I feel like he would have had to come back and sell his autograph for $20. So you know what I mean. Right now, he can milk and milk and milk until people be like, "The fuck, we're getting scammed."
Dust says, I saw some homeless person was pretending to be me yet again, low. If I was him, I would pretend to be other people as well because it must suck to be him. God damn.
So this is about Dust being an
imagine
asshole,
being 40
and he got nothing else better to
or
do
over
than
40
control people
doing
and
some dumb
cause
shit
real
like that.
problems.
Like, it baffles me. A lot of things that we see, it's just baffling. Grown people doing some dumb shit. Like
Ninjas with no purpose in life.
exactly. And Austin's, let's go back to Austin's line. That's scary to me. Like a man that will make up a lie like that. No, it's not scary. I lie. I'm not scared. Mommy's not scared. Sorry. It's like like to make up lies like that and believe them, right? Believe them because he or at least he has to believe it enough so that others can believe it, right? Like that's
Austin,
creepy.
he's probably a pathological liar where he lies to himself. And that's why, so if he lies to himself, him lying to other fans does not have any impact. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
damn. You imagine like lying, like it's like lying to yourself and saying it's a flex to jump from trap house to a hotel room to hotel room to halfway house to halfway house. Like, oh, that's a flex because I don't have a lease. That's like that crazy. That's that crazy. You know what I mean? Like that. Who wants that? You want stability. You want
what about
you
what
want
about
stuff.
your kid? Like, what are you teaching your son that this is what being a man is?
And same with Austin. Like, what
Yeah.
example are you giving your kids? Like, what are you telling your kids? Like to be a fly on that wall. Like, hey, daddy, can no longer vote or this or that or this or that. Because unfortunately, daddy is a felon.
Daddy
Because
daddy trusted
daddy
the
stole.
wrong people. That's what he's gonna tell his kids.
Of course. But there's channels out there like Henry Resilient.
And I'm
that will
sure his
really
son
stuff.
watches too.
They'll
I'm
be out
pretty
there
sure
forever.
his son watches.
I'm
And
pretty sure they all watch.
his family has to deal with, I don't know what he told him he testified versus what he actually testified, and how moronic it is for him to say the news said this, the news said that, and how he denied COVID and then said,
Oh my
well,
God, yes.
and then now he was like, oh, COVID was a monster, to the courts.
It's just sad things. I mean, it's scary to have people like that, to know that there are people like that, but it must mean that they've gotten away with it before and they think they could get away with it and continue getting away with it.
Yeah.
But then it's crazy that there's so many people that think you exposing that or like bringing that to light is you being toxic. No, that's not toxic.
I'm being
Like,
negative, guys.
it's not negative because you talk about positive stuff too. The problem is that before you hear a positive thing, you always hear the negative first, right? So, I mean, they fail to see the positives that you show because they hear the negative. But is it really a negative if you're just?
It's just the truth. That
You know what
was
I mean?
his truthful testimony.
If you have a problem with the truth being out there, then don't fucking lie and don't commit crimes and don't scam. Like, let's be honest. Don't tell people you're gonna beat their ass, but then you were in the Bronx the other day getting your hair done, and I'm still waiting for my ass beating. You know, I gotta just put people in their place. You know, someone told me today, it was funny. They're like, "Are you afraid that you talk a lot of shit and one day you're?" I was like, "No,
hella sexy.
because I don't talk shit. I tell the truth. If people don't like it, or I say my opinion, people that don't like it, they could come on here, they can address me, they can find me on social media, and not one person, not one has addressed me face to face.
Well, we're gonna leave it
And
at
been like,
that. We're gonna leave it
yes,
at that,
exactly.
Francis. Thank you for coming up.
Love you, Daddy, and I love everyone.
Appreciate you. All right.
Bye.
Bye. That was Francis. I know Jerusalem been waiting.